there's just two essential tenets that I just want to briefly discuss. I don't have much time today, but nonetheless, I made a little bit of time because I wanted to talk about this. And they are, for one, professional excellence, and two, personal independence. And I want to talk about how they more or less go together. You see, I believe that it is crucially important to continuously try to make yourself better in your professional life. Which is why I said professional excellence. Because you see, if you can become the best at what you do, you offer a tremendous amount of value, and that value will make it so that you can earn more money. And it will make you so that you are essentially irreplaceable, because your depth of knowledge and your experience will put you above people with less experience, less discipline, and less knowledge, let's say. And I think that this is very important. Not only is it going to be fulfilling for you to pursue professional excellence, but it is also going to give you a certain level of autonomy and freedom in your personal life, because you will have the capital to be able to do, to go, to buy, or live wherever you so please. And I think that this is extremely important, because I think that what we are chasing in our lives is more freedom and more autonomy. And you see, this takes more discipline, because without discipline and without the cultivation of excellence in your professional life, so that you may cultivate and transform and make value, or rather make yourself more valuable, without that, then you will not be able to achieve more personal freedom in your daily lives, more autonomy. And another thing that I think is extremely important, or rather two things that I think are extremely important to implement into your life, are, number one, silence, and the ability to remain silent so that you may gain perspective on things. And the other is patience. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best way to handle anger is to wait. You see, I believe this is extremely important. To be able to be silent, to remain silent, so that you do not act in a way that is out of character for you, so that you can gain a certain level of control over your emotions. And then patience, so that you also can gain perspective, but also so you realize that it's going to take time, that what you're trying to do is not going to be achieved overnight. And also so that you do not act in a way that is out of character for you. You see, a leader must implement these four tenets into his life if he wants to be the best leader possible. Because what it's going to do is make you more humble. Because if you're constantly in the pursuit of excellence, especially professionally, you're going to want to remain humble so that you do not grow arrogant, so that your mind stays open, so that you can continuously learn and get better. And then personal freedom, or autonomy, or independence is also very important. And you see, they intertwine, they go together. And if you have this, you will be more content and fulfilled in your life, which will make you easier to be around, because you will be less irritable, because you're dealing, not that you won't have any sort of struggles in your life, but you will have a certain amount of freedom where you'll be able to release a lot of that tension. And then patience and silence are extremely important, because this allows you to see the situation in a way which is rational and pragmatic, so that you act in a way that is a part of your character, and you act in a way that is in alignment with who you are at your core. And you see, these two things are extremely important. Well, rather, these four things are extremely important. And that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. As I said, I do not have much time, but these are things that I was thinking about, and I was thinking that if I could tell you this, and maybe you could implement these into your life, that maybe it would serve as some sort of advantage to you, and I think it would. And also, another thing that you can implement, especially if you want to be profoundly productive, is every morning when you wake up, if you don't have a journal, you should get one. And what I want you to do is write down everything that you absolutely need to get done during the day or that day. And then what I want you to do after that is mark each one of these with a 1, 2, 3, 4, however many there are, and you just go through, and the one that is most important to you and has to get done, you mark with a 1. And then so on and so on. You see what I'm saying? 2, 3, 4. And the one that you marked with a 1, you must get done. 2, 3, 4. You see, these become less important. But when you get the one that is marked with the 1 done, you move on to 2, to 3, to 4. And if you have time left over, if you have a 5th one, you get that done. And if you accomplish everything that you needed to get done for that day, then you can have some time of leisure. But you see, what this does is create a tremendous amount of purpose for your life, and also it calls upon you to have a massive amount of accountability, because what you're going to do is make sure that you're getting these things done. That is, if you have discipline. You see, you must cultivate a certain amount of discipline first before you can actually achieve this with 100% accuracy. But I think if you implement, or rather if you think about trying to achieve professional excellence so that you may gain personal freedom in your life, and also implement the 2 tenets of silence and patience, along with implementing this productive strategy that I have just told you, I think that you will be on your way to what you might call excellence or success.